Shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, we can all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai. This video gonna be going into because this is something I was taught in school, but it was something I always questioned. Like it didn't make sense to me. I knew it was crazy, but I just didn't know the truth. But I just knew what they were teaching us was a lie, and that was Africans sold other Africans into slavery. When you think about that, it don't make sense. Why would they sell their people? They own why they sell their people into slavery? And when you come to realize, you open this Bible is a history, but the history class and stuff can lie to you, but the Bible not gonna lie. You got questions about history, about what happened, about all the wars that went down. You open the Bible, you get the apocryphal. Us history's in here. It's our history book. It tells you what went down. So when they say Africans was selling other Africans, that's a lie. The Africans was selling Hebrew Israelites into slavery. Cause you gotta understand, those people, the Africans and the Israelites are two dark races of people. And you'll understand that when Joseph, if I'm not mistaken, it was Joseph. Joseph's brothers sold him to the Africans, right? But it was a famine in the land, so Joseph's brothers came to the land Joseph was to get some food and stuff. But they didn't even notice Joseph. Joseph was with the Africans. He was blending in. He followed their customs. He probably had his face painted and stuff. But they didn't notice. They didn't notice Joseph. They was talking to Joseph. They didn't even notice him until he told them that it was him. They didn't notice that was Joseph. Joseph was an Israelite. But that comes to tell you that the Israelites and the Egyptians are dark races of people because they couldn't even tell Joseph apart from the Egyptians, from the Africans, from the Hamites. We're dark race of people, but we are not the same people. And I'm gonna say this too, because a lot of people don't understand. The Most High said that He was gonna scatter. The Most High said He was gonna scatter us around the four corners of the earth because we didn't keep the laws and commandments. That was gonna be one of our curses. He was gonna scatter us around the four corners of the earth. So that's why you have some Israelites in Africa. You have some Israelites in the UK. You have some Israelites that's in Jamaica. You got some in Haiti. We all Germany, China. We all across the globe because that's one of the curses that the Lord was gonna scatter us among the heathen. So I'm gonna say this: it is some Israelites that's in Africa. You can't say everybody in Africa are Africans. Or you can't say everybody over there are Africans because there's still some Israelites over there. They either went back to Africa or they never left. Like you have some tribes over there in Africa that are Israelites. You had Nigerians or Israelites from the tribe of Benjamin. They would be from the tribe. Nigerians would be from the tribe of Benjamin. You had the Igbo tribe. All type of tribes over there in Africa that are Israelites. Cause we scattered everywhere. We scattered everywhere. So to say everybody in Africa are Africans, that's false. Cause you understand it's the difference between us, the so-called African Americans, blacks. It's different between us, and it's different between the real African. They'll tell you that. You have some Africans tell you that they sold us into slavery. Cause it's the difference. They teach them the truth over there in Africa. I seen the video. A real blood African was talking to African American, telling him that yes, they people sold us into slavery. And he like, how you know that? And the African said we was taught that. They was taught that over there in Africa, but over here they teach us lies. Because they don't want us to know that they don't want us to know that we the Israelites. Because if they say Africans was selling Hebrew Israelites, they're gonna tell you right there that we the Israelites. Because we know we the only people that went through slavery. The blacks and Latinos are the only people that went through slavery. So they're gonna tell them. They're gonna tell us that we the Israelites. So we're gonna be like, dang. Israelites, who the Israelites? We're gonna research it. We're gonna open the Bible. We're gonna figure out who we are. We're gonna start following our God, keeping His commandment. We're gonna be back on top. But that's they job. They job. They number one agenda is to keep us asleep. So they're gonna tell us lies. They want us to think we Africans. They don't want us to know we the Israelites. They want us to think we Africans. They want to think we the same. But deep down inside, they'll tell the Hamites, the Egyptians, the Cushites. Those are the Africans in the Bible. The Hittites, these are the Africans in the Bible. They will tell you that we are not the same people. We are not the same. Yes, we are dark. Yes, we are dark. Are Chinese and Japanese people the same people? They might have. They might look like they might have some features, But are they the same? Are Chinese and Japanese people the same people? No. A Chinese person to get mad if you call him a Japanese person. Be like, no, I'm not Japanese. However they talk, he'll get mad because they're not the same people. Just like with us and Africans. Yeah, we might look alike. We got some features, but we are not the same. I'm talking about the real blood Africans. No, that we are not the same people. No, we are not the same people. And the Lord, the Bible, the Most High told you that He put a difference between the Egyptians and Israelites. Why would He say that? Why would the Lord say He put a difference between the Egyptians and Israelites? Because He know that we kind of look alike. He know that we got the same skin. You know, some of us got the same hair. You know, we got the same big lips. You know, some of us got big eyes. He know that we kind of look alike. That's why He said He put a difference between the Africans and the Egyptians. He letting you know off real. So you know, we our people thinking we Egyptians. No, we not Egyptians. We the Israelites. The Egyptians had Israelites in slavery. You ever heard? You know the story when Moses said, "Let my people go." You know the Lord plagued the land of Egypt. You know Moses parted the sea. Moses parted the sea. That was our people. That was our people walking trying to escape the Egyptians, which are the Africans. You feel what I'm saying? So we are not the same people. Africans were selling Israelites into slavery. You have to get that right. You have to understand that history. You can't keep thinking Africans were selling other Africans. You are not African. You are not African. And a real blood African would tell you that. So let me get this. This in the Bible. Now this is in the Bible. Your pastor haven't read this verse to you. You probably never heard this verse a day in your life. But this is in the Bible. This is in the Holy Bible, the King James Version. This is in the Bible. As a matter of fact, when y'all read this, get the King James. When y'all read Deuteronomy 28 and 68, read the King James Version. Because the NIV, you know, they're going to try to switch it up, you know. If you, I'm going to say this, y'all. If y'all first time reading the Bible, I suggest you get the King James Version. Because that's the, hold up, Salahi, somebody text me. This the only the King James Bible was published by King James. The King James also was a so-called black man. King James wasn't white. They also painted him to be white. He was a black man, and he published. Here's the closest one to being correct. King James. Here's the closest one to being perfect. The NIV, the New Edition, they changing stuff. You read Deuteronomy 28:6 in the NIV, and you read it in the KJV. They two different. The NIV version don't make sense. It make you think that we sold ourselves into slavery. But let me get Deuteronomy 28:68. The King James Version. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And Egypt just mean bondage. When he talking about Egypt, we're gonna bring us back into Egypt. He just talking about he gonna bring us into bondage again. Cause you know we was in bondage when we was under the Egyptians. So he just said Egypt instead of bondage. So he said, Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. But he said this time we're going to, you know, first time we was in slavery under the Egyptians, you know, we walked out. You know, we didn't have to use ships. But he said this time we're going to go into bondage on ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So he's saying we're going to be sold into our enemies. Who were we sold to? Look up the transatlantic slave trade. Everybody had a hand in our slavery. You know, we escaped. We went into Africa. We left Jerusalem. We went into Africa because we were trying to escape from the Romans. Because that time the Romans was trying to kill us. So we were trying to flee from the Romans. So we fled into Africa. So why would we go into Africa if we're trying to escape from the Egyptians? Why would we go into Africa if we're trying to escape from the Romans? Because we know that we are dark race of people. And we got similarities, so we think we can blend in with Africans. But the Africans sold us. They knew that we was different. The Africans knew they were different from us. They knew that they were different from us. That's why they sold us to the white man. They didn't have no problem. They sold us for guns, for gold. They sold us. They didn't have no problem. But if you look at the transatlantic slave trade, the Arabs had a hand in our slavery. The white people, the Africans, the East Indians, the Chinese, the Japanese, everybody, all these nations had a hand in our slavery. All of them. It wasn't just the white people. Everybody had a hand in the black, Latino, and Native American slavery. The Israelites. They had a hand in our slavery. So when they say, you shall be sold unto your enemies, and they call them our enemies. Not our friends, not our buddies, not Buddy O'Pile. They call them your enemies. The Bible calls them our enemies. for bond men and bond women like slaves, and no man shall buy you. He said no man shall buy us out the captivity out the captivity that we in. Malcolm X tried to get us out the captivity we in. Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, all these top leaders tried to get us, Louis Farrakhan, all these top leaders tried to get us out of our captivity. Tried to buy us out of our captivity, tried to get us, you know what I'm saying, free. But at the end of the day, we still in slavery. We in slavery mentally. We don't know who we are. We still in slavery. How can we not be in slavery? We still in the land that we was brought captive in. So how can we not be slaves and we still in this land? That means that tells you right there we still slaves. You know, when we were sold into the Africans sold us. They got us. You know what I'm saying? We went into their land. They probably you know, shook our hand. We probably said, can we stand here? We probably said, yeah. Y'all good. You know, the Europeans, the Romans came in with some money. You know, the Africans, like, they ain't had no problem then. You know what I'm saying? They whole mind frame changed. They went from trying to help us. They probably went from letting us stay in the land to, no. They got stuff. You know what I'm saying? They turned us in. They didn't have no problem because they knew that we were not the same people. We moved different. You look at a real African now, like a real African. Like I said, it's some Africans over there in Africa that are not Africans. I'm talking about blood, like a Kush, like a Hamite. A real blood. Because like I said, Nigerians are Israelites. Nigerians are Israelites in different type of tribes in Africa. I'm talking about a real blood Israelite. I mean, it's like a African. We different than them. They have nose rings. You know, they have different type of nose. Talking about the big ones. They have rings inside their mouth. Look at Black Panther. You know, you don't see us doing that stuff. We're a whole different people than them. We move different. You know, you don't see no African I really like swag, the so-called Negro God. You don't see that. You know, because we're not the same people. You don't see real blood Africans getting shot down in the street by the police. You don't see that stuff. Because we are not the same people, they're not going through these curses. The only people that's going through these curses are the Israelites and the Africans. You don't see a real blood African getting shot down in the streets. They're not going through these curses. They tell you that we're different people. We both dark-skinned people, but we different people. You got to understand that. Stop calling yourself African. You're not African. You're an Israelite. You're not Egyptian. You're an Israelite, according to the Bible. You know. And this is my video. I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all research? Don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to listen to what I say. But you know, do your research. The truth is the truth. You know, it don't matter if you believe me or not. The truth is the truth. You can't change the truth just like you can't change prophecy. You can't change the truth. You know, so do your research. Get your own understanding. That's all I gotta say to you. Shalom. Only thing I can say to you.
Eat, have a drink, maybe sit down, have a nice little diatribe. See if we can work this out.
Well, don't take this personally, Romelo. It won't work. You do your thing, I do my thing, you know? It won't work. We can't work with Akata.
Akata. What is this Akata shit? Like American?
Oh, shit.
Cotton picker.
I'm in the clan, too.
White nigga, listen to me. I'm on your side. I would take one of them sheets right now and work with you. We'll kill this nigga together.
Please don't kill us both. Just kill him. He's the reason why we even in America.
White power.
We wouldn't be on that boat if it wasn't for him.
Shut the fuck up. How you think they got here?
Power.
My great-grandfather sold these niggas to
White.
you.
They also brought Ebola. Fuck you. Kill him. He's the reason why we even in America.
White power.
We wouldn't be on that boat if it wasn't for him.
Shut the fuck
White.
up. How
White.
you think they got here?
Power.
My great-grandfather sold these.
Right, so what did the Bible call them? Read it again.
My people sold
It's there.
Say it again.
My people sold you to the white.
Oh, wow. Say that again.
My people sold you to the white.
She's a hammer.
Oh, wow. Let's go on the third chapter. See that? Check that out.
You've been running me 28